A calendar is filled with numbers, days that have passed and days still to come. It's funny, of all of them, the only one we are living is today. The only day we can reach out and touch is today. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Paulina, and today we have my Hobonichi 2024 haul and unboxing video. I ordered directly from the official Hobonichi store, and everything I'm showing you is from Japan. This video is divided into different segments. We have freebies, accessories, Techo Weeks, and cover. And I have a very special surprise in the end. Let's go ahead and get started with the freebies. First, we have the 3-color Jetstream ballpoint pen, and this is made by Uni. And this has 3 cartridges within it, a black, a blue, and a red. Each book will be eligible to get this. That's why I have so many pens to show you, because I ordered quite a lot of books. We have the gray-green body with a milk chocolate brown grip for 2024, and the Hobonichi Techo logo or stamped is in yellow. This is a fully plastic pen. It is lightweight. The cartridges itself is really good. It flows very well and very easy to use for your Tomoe River paper. Well, Tomoe River-S paper for this year. I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. And now let's move on to the Teru-teru tissue paper freebie with the 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 items. In addition to the pen, if you order any 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 item, that is either a book, so they do have a cover, and several other 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 items, you will get this pack. It comes with a tissue paper, clear stickers, and these pink wires. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use this at the end of the video. So once again, stay tuned. Next, we have the Everlasting Paper Bag Mini. This is one of 4 possible bags that you can get, and this is actually a blind bag, and I got the pretzel one, which is snack o'clock. It says right there, and this feels like a shopping bag or an eco bag, depending on where you are and what you call these. But basically, you take these reusable bags to go shopping, grocery shopping, and this one is a very mini version, and it's stitched pretty well, like a normal shopping bag. And you can put a lot of things in it, except that your cousin books will not fit in it. Next, we have accessories. So I have a few here for you, and we are starting with the book darts. The book darts have been around for quite a while in the shop, and I tend to lose these, or if I put it down or I put it in a notebook, I no longer pull it out, so I can't be reusing these. So that's why I keep buying it. And this time I have them in like a copper shade. I used to always get them in silver, but now I decided to go ahead and get one in copper. A good thing about the book dart is that you can insert papers, just like this one, into your books without using glue, just using the book dart. And a very good use of book dart is as a tab. But the thing is, it doesn't eat the paper, so that's good. And now let's move on to the landscape index tabs. Now I usually get tabs that are not from Hobonichi, but this time I decided to go ahead and get one from them. These are all in orange. There's 2 other colors. I think there's one in green, and I forget the other one. So you peel it off this plastic backing, and you just stick it onto your notebook. And it's very easy to use. You do get 12 tabs that are numbered. Next, we have pencil board, and I have a few to show you. These are actually pretty boring with the exception of this one. This is the 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. That's why I got the tissue paper. So let me explain this and tell me if I'm wrong. So this is about art. So Usagi thinks that that thing on the floor is also art. Turns out it's not. It's dirt. So she's a little embarrassed, and it's a little funny. And I thought that was cute. We also have the regular pencil boards that are in navy and pink, and at the back it's just clear or plain, and they actually have dots right here to help guide you with measurements for your notebook. Next, we have the plain notebook from Hobonichi that is in A6. I got this a while back as well, and I do not remember or do not know where it went, and I decided to go ahead and get another one. In comparison, this is the A6 notebook that is special, the Makino one, and that one is in glossy while the orange one is in matte. They have different stitching. I was very surprised about that because I didn't realize that they would have different stitching since they're the same thing, just different editions. They are the same grid in the inside paper, and the notebooks come in colored grids. You have red, blue, green, and purple. So I've put them inside the bag as well as the A6 notebook, which fits comfortably inside that bag. So you have a couple of notebooks that are A6 size. It's great to store them in this bag. So now let's go ahead and put that away and go into books. It is Techo Time. For a while I only bought Weeks, but this time I decided to go ahead and get an A6, and this is the one that I got, a Day-Free. Now it has been a while since the Day-Free was released and people were all over the Day-Free, but it lost a lot of its popularity throughout the years. But this time I decided to go ahead and get myself not one but two Day-Frees. I am going to be using this in a bullet journal type of way, so make sure that you are subscribed to my channel to find out how I use these Day-Free. This is the pamphlet that comes with a 2024 order. It says gotta write that down, and the artwork itself, I have to say, is very cute. I really like it. It's not something that I would gravitate towards, but it is super cute, and these are the artworks that are in the preview page. So they do have information at the back of that, at the back of the full artwork page, about all of the books that they offer, as well as some news. Now this one is in Japanese, and I forgot to check if the others will be in English because I did get some English books. So if you're new to the Day-Free, this is what it looks like. It is super bendy, unlike the A6 notebook. So this is the comparison of how bendy they are. And the binding, the stitching is a light color. So the binding is in a light color and the stitching is barely visible. So I really like that. And if you open, it's not branded, not like the Weeks, and then you have your front page. It will say Day-Free. You get the calendar just like you would a Techo original, and these yearly pages, so 2 months on a page. The regular monthlies, a month on 2 pages, and then afterwards, after all of that, all of the months, you are left with blank pages. Now, unlike the notebook, this one has a line, an invisible line running almost in the middle. That's a really big gap. I usually ignore that, but just to keep that in mind. And then at the back, you have a couple of information pages. You have graph paper. You have your favorites. Several pages of favorites, which I really like. You have your My 100, which I've never used, or I think I tried using it at some point, but it never really stuck. And then this one is an interview for yourself, and there is an English version of that, and I'll show you later. Some information pages. That page that I do not know what that is, but I'll try to figure that out. And then several other pages, and then you have your information page, so personal information about you. Gifts list, that year calendar thing. Oh no, this is the personal notes, so I forgot what that one is. I'll look it up. And then you have your batch number at the very end, and then that is your end paper, and that is it for the Day-Free. Now let's take a look at the HON. So the HON should be a step up from the Day-Free. It's a little bit more expensive. It is a life book, so the Hobonichis are life books. That is how they are marketed. And this is the packaging of this HON. This HON is in Japanese. That is because the English HON will be released on November 1st. So just keep that in mind if you are wondering why everybody's HON is not in English if they are ordering from the official Japanese store. If you get a HON, you get a freebie that is this special pencil board that says Hobonichi with, or right next to the pencil, or rather pen loop, and that is the grid. It's actually pretty good. I'm very impressed. And it also says HON at the corner or lower right corner. And this is the HON that I got. This is the black gingham A6, and you can see here when the light hits it, you can see the beautiful patterns. This is a paper series book, and it does have the 2024, the HON, as well as the 2024 in the front, and the Hobonichi at the back in silver foil. Because this is the paper series, you do see the stitching, but that's not a very big concern because it's quite hidden by the very dark color of the cover. The texture is very nice. It still feels like paper, not gonna lie, but it is very nice, very smooth. And then this is the spine, very straight, very good gluing. And the beautiful thing about the HON is that the end papers are actually branded in a very different way. One thing is that I don't like that this is white because the pages itself are cream, a very light cream, not like the Weeks. So this is already the Tomoe River S paper. And because I only use the Weeks, this is not yet my concern. Well, the Day-Free, I'm not sure if that's already Tomoe River S paper, but it doesn't matter to me because I'll be using a pen on that, and this is what the HON looks like. So this is the daily pages that's not in the Day-Free. So you also get these color tabs. So you have for every month, and it changes, and that's why on the side you can see that there's some design, and that is why that's there. Now, I didn't know that the A6 does have some graph paper, about 5+1 sheets, and then you get the same set of pages at the back, information pages that were in the Day-Free. This is a much thicker book than the Day-Free because it does have the dailies. That's the entire year. There is no avec HON, just to let you know. So this is my new laying flat test. If it lays flat within the half mark, so right down the middle, it will lay flat in the future as you use it. So don't be afraid that it doesn't lay flat if you're dividing it in the third quarter or quarter mark. It will lay flat in the future. So next is the most exciting part, and I think the part that everybody is waiting for. I did tease this in Instagram, and I feel like a lot of you will not guess the Weeks that I got. I did say that I was going for a more Japanese aesthetic. So for example, this one is the English black gingham, and this is this is my Japandi type of book. I was deciding between the white line in ivory or this one, and I did pick this one because I wanted to try out the paper series. Unfortunately though, this is not my type of book. It's not that I regret getting this. I do not regret getting this. It's beautiful. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at how the patterns reflect the light and it shifts. So pretty. This, however, is very thin. It's very lightweight, so I guess a lot of people will really enjoy that aspect of it, but it's really, really thin. Maybe because it is the paper series, and I was quite surprised. And because of that, there's a lot of folding going on with the spine, that little dip, and the gluing itself is very good, very flat, very even. But in the next few years, I don't think I'm gonna get another one of these, but it's a good one to try if you would like a very lightweight type of Hobonichi Weeks. So here are the contents of the Hobonichi Weeks. This one is one of the first coat, which is from the founder or the CEO, and the last coat of the book is also from the CEO. Last year, the coat from the CEO only happened at the last page, so now they're switching it up. And the bookmark is the same as for all or most of the weeks. So this is the back pages. This is the regular weeks. There is no black gingham in a mega. But I feel like this will be good like a mega, just like a sneaker. But I guess the sneaker itself is even thinner than this one. So these are the information pages that you will see in the Hobonichi Weeks. And it's going to be the same for every single book, so I'm not going to show the contents, the inside paper of the other books. Now this one is the real game changer. I do not regret getting this. I am so glad I got this. Have you guys seen this? This is so good. This is so well thought out in terms of aesthetic, in terms of art, balance, everything. It's not overdone. It's very artsy, but it's not overdone. There are so many ways that this could be really, really bad. But because they were thinking, or the artist was designing this, and the artists, so many people were designing this, and they were all thinking of how to make this just a perfect book. And this is the most perfect book in my entire haul. I had to take a few steps back when I unboxed this in real life, because this was so good. Look at this art. Look at that boat. Look at the detail of that boat. Isn't that amazing? So this is the 2024 debossed. Now, it does not have foil because it will take away from the art itself. It's going to be way too busy. And the 2024 on the spine is actually at the bottom. The other 2 weeks that I'm showing you, so the first one and the one after this, has it in the middle. And you also have that Hobonichi, debossed, and Hiroko Kubota. Now, I would say this is the only thing I would have changed, this label, but I guess it's in the contract. And this is the sparkles of the sparkles. So this is the foiling. It is in hollow, and it does shift really beautifully in different colors depending on the angle that you're shifting it. You do get this card. This is in paper. I thought this was going to be in a card and not in the paper, but that's fine. So this is the art itself that's cut off, and at the back you have information about the artist, which is very good to know. And you can keep that with your book as well. And now we're going to do the butterfly test. So if you open up the Hobonichi, does it still bring you joy, or how much extra joy does it bring you? It brings me maximum joy. I have to tell you, this is so well balanced. It's like legit art. I'm not even kidding. This is so good. This is like masterful in terms of art. You see the fox and the cat in the front. Looks like the stars are going different ways. So if you have it close, it looks like the fox. In the fox, the stars are going up, and with the cat, the stars are going down, falling into the water that is black. There is one thing that I would say: the gluing at the top of the book that I have is not straight. Just be mindful. There may be some things like that may come up. And now let's move on to the very last Hobonichi Weeks of this haul. And this is the shirt fabric relaxing plaid. And this is the texture is just insanely good. If you get this, you would know. And so I don't have to explain to you, but for the others who didn't get this, if you have a chance to get this, get it. It's so good. Okay, it does feel like, you know, those shirts that you wear to work, those nice shirts. And this is a color comparison between the two different blues. This is a very light blue. This is a blue that is just very neutral. It's the most neutral blue that's perfectly paired with the brown and the gingham and the silver foiling. So once again, I know that a lot of you guys are not going to get this. This is more popular with the Japanese planner people and the Korean planner people and myself as well. And the stitching, by the way, is really, no, not the stitching, the gluing, by the way, is very good with the end papers. But this type of book, when you take a picture and post it on Instagram with, say, a coffee or a dessert, it's so good. Now let's do the butterfly test. That is so nice. I have to say, the aesthetic is all there. So if you would like to try this book or get the chance, do get this book. It is very good. So these are the 3 Hobonichi Weeks that I will be using for 2024. And now something really strange that no one will guess I would get. No one. I know no one would guess that I would get this, but I also didn't know I was going to get this until I was checking out. And I was like, I need to get one cover. I need to get one cover that will be okay with it living inside my bag and it won't get scratched. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I wouldn't have to get a cover and worry about it opening in my bag, etc. And this is the 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 one. Okay. This is very kawaii, so very cute. Entirely made of PVC. Well, a lot of it is made out of PVC plastic. It is plastic, so it's going to outlast me. It has a snap closure, which is very helpful for me. I don't want my notebooks, moving around my bag and then lying open, and then the pages. This is 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 River paper, guys. This is super thin. Anything will make it bend. So you need to protect your pages. I highly recommend getting covers if you are bringing your notebooks around. And this is the inside of it. And it looks exactly like a COC of a Hobonichi Weeks. Everything about it is the COC of the Hobonichi Weeks. And when I saw this, plus that it has a snap closure, it lays flat, it has these rivets right here. I don't know what you call this. I'm going to call it rivets. I'm pretty sure that's not it. It's got these lines, and that's to help it lay open when it's open on your table. And then it also has some of that lines for the spine of your book, because they were thinking about how this would lay flat, completely flat, like a sheet of paper. If you're looking for that type of cover, this is the cover for you. It doesn't have an extra bulk, so when you insert your planner in here, so here I'm going to demonstrate how you can, or demonstrate a gingham going into this cover, and of course it fits perfectly, like perfectly. When I turn over to its side, it's perfect. So even if it is bulking up because of use, then it's completely fine, because you can just use the snap closure. But what I'm going to use it for are for these two books, a Day-Free and the Hobonichi notebook. So I got inspired by a Bujo channel, and she said that, she keeps multiple Bujo books, bullet journal books. One of them is a yearly book, and the other one is an everyday book. And I thought, hey, how about I do that too? That might be very helpful. So that is what I plan to do, and I'll explain more about that in my planner lineup video, which is going to come in a month's time. Alright, so now I decided to go ahead and stuff this bad boy and see how much it can fit. I didn't do a really good job with this, but I just wanted to show you how much you can actually fit in here. So I have a few pens. The mild liner does not fit, unfortunately so, but this Pilot Fudinosuke will fit, or I think that's Pentel. I'm not sure, but one of those. It does fit with a washi. And if you need an extra pen, you can just use that loop. That's from Daiso. And this is the very last segment of this video, and this is a bonus little segment. So I did say that I was going to demonstrate how to use this little tissue paper. It's pretty easy. It's a no-brainer. You just make something that looks like the pictures that they're showing in their publicity materials. So first you lay one tissue down flat, crumple up another tissue, so you're using two tissues here. You can bulk this up a little bit more with the second tissue, but I don't think I would be doing that. And then you just roll it up into a ball, well, at least the top part. You wrap it up, and then you secure it with the pink ties. And you just fluff it up a little bit, you make it pretty. And next is my favorite part, which is to take one of these faces and put it on your doll. So that's the thing, you're making a doll. So you need a head and a body, and this is basically your head. You can always use pens and do this by yourself without these things, but this is just so adorable. I find this really adorable. I don't even know what to do with myself looking at this. So that is it for us today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I was a little frustrated earlier today because this package was coming late and I really wanted to get this video out and get all my wonderful things. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want some more planning videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.